Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the Reptile Barn and another episode of Exploring Genetics. We've got Charmander out today. He is our male ultramelanistic ball python. Ultramel is one of the three lines of T-positive albinos that we know of. I guess there could be more, but those are the ones we've heard of. There's caramel albinos, ultramels, and monarchs. I consider those all a line of T-positive or tyrosinase positive albinos, right? I say albinos. These obviously look nothing like the typical albino ball python that you've probably seen. It has tyrosinase, so it didn't lose all of its yellows and tans and like kind of orange tinted colors, right? It's still got quite a bit of color on it, unlike a T-negative albino. Now, the three lines that I just named. Caramel albinos have problems. They have a genetic predisposition to spinal kinking. So you get these beautiful babies hatched out of their eggs and their spines are all kinked, and some of them don't even survive. It's a pretty severe genetic defect, and I am unwilling to work with it. I can't bring myself to purposefully bring little snakes into the world that have such a, to me, high chance of severe deformities that affect their quality of life and even can be fatal in extreme cases. Ultramels look pretty much exactly like a caramel albino, but are without that kind of hereditary problem, right? Monarchs look a little bit different. They're a little darker and a little bit richer. It's also kind of a newer gene, so it's a lot more expensive. They're absolutely beautiful. I'm sure we'll have one in the future. But for now, we've got the Ultramels, and we are very happy with them. As far as the color that you're seeing, I don't know what the camera's picking up, honestly, but it's a yellowish orange, lighter color, and then the back is tannish brown. It's a really beautiful and kind of unique ball python look. I've never seen anything else that looks like this in ball pythons. People spend an incredible amount of effort trying to get yellow and orange ball pythons. Tons and tons of projects. People are piling 4 and 5 and 6 genes on top of each other, and super this and super orange dream and super everything. To me, an ultramel is already a pretty yellowish orange snake with one gene, right? It is recessive, right? So you have to visually express it in the phenotype. You have to get it from the mother and the father, so it takes a little bit longer to work with. But to me, it's just a gorgeous color palette. It is recessive, so to me that's a good thing. We try and hoard recessives in our breeding group. So where are we going to try and go with ultramels? We already have several projects going. We're breeding this guy to a queen bee. Lesser ultramels are just amazing. We would love to start a ultramel desert ghost project. That would be a double recessive. We already are raising up some double het ultramel pieds. So there's lots of places to go with this. Lots of the the ones that everyone wants to mix things into, like pieds, of course. But this may surprise some of you. I actually am really interested in using ultramel in some of the projects that most people are using banana for. And that seems weird at first because many people don't look at an ultramel and think, oh, that looks like a banana. To me, there are a lot of similarities. And the reason I'd like to use an ultramel instead of a banana, and I love bananas, we have plenty of banana things going on, but a baby banana looks absolutely spectacular. One of the most beautiful single gene animals in the ball python world. Ultramels also look spectacular as babies, but a baby banana is fantastic. But one of our focuses here at the Reptile Barn is trying to pick morphs that actually age well. So many morphs, they just, as the animal ages and sheds, it loses its vibrancy. It's almost like the concentration of color just diffuses throughout the new space that the snake is taking up as it grows. It just doesn't look as good, right? They brown out, some people call it. Ultramels still hold their color, to me, perfectly. He looks almost exactly like he looked when we first got him. A couple other morphs do that. Desert Ghost, that's another one we work with. Their color changes, but it actually intensifies the color. It looks really good as an adult. Pieds, obviously, they look pretty much exactly the same as an adult as they did as a baby. So we try and work with these types of genes, and so I would like to take Ultramel and plug it into a bunch of projects that most people have put banana into, so that hopefully the adult product looks just as good as it did as a baby, right? I don't know about you, and maybe this is kind of the unspoken dirty secret of ball pythons, but I get disappointed sometimes when I see adult ball pythons, and they just don't look as good as the babies. We are trying hard to combat that by picking the right genes, and I think Ultramel is absolutely one of the right genes, if that's what we're aiming for, right? So we are really excited to work with the Ultramel gene here at the Reptile Barn. It was one of the first genes we targeted. We got Desert Ghosts, and then the very next thing we targeted was Ultramels. We picked this guy up from Garrick DeMeyer at Royal Constrictor Designs. Very happy with him. We haven't had the best of luck with our odds because it's a recessive trait. You just takes a little bit of luck to get those first visuals. But hopefully this is our year. We've got him breeding to 5 females this year. A couple of brand new projects that we'd be starting if the females lay. So we've got our fingers crossed, and we will keep you updated on what we get from him and the females that he's been bred to. And thank you for watching. Please let us know what you think of the Ultramel gene, or if any of you has any monarchs, because that's another beautiful line of T-positive albino. Let us know. And until next time, we're the Reptile Barn.